It is time once again where I'm going to yell at all of you, tell you to get off my lawn. I'm cranky. I've got my eyebrows cocked down because it's Dave 101 time.
It's time for Dave 101.
Open the door, it's Dave! Ooh, Dave, D-A-V-E!
Dave's not here! Dave's the killer! Yeah! Dave's the killer! Dave's a mess.
Oh, yes, it is that time once again where, I'm going to let you guys in on some secrets. I'm going to let you in on something that I absolutely hate about ufology, the paranormal, and the cryptid world. And it's all this mind-numbing, nitpicking anger that people have while out in the field, or more importantly, on social media. For some reason, nitpicking, bullying, and these aha gotcha moments really spur people on to try and bring others down. And really, it's not necessary. You have the show me the proof crowd, where no matter if you show them the proof, it's never going to be good enough because they didn't take the photo, they didn't take the video, they weren't there when the situation happened. And what's happened here in these three fields is we all want to call people liars. We all want to call people BSers looking for their 15 minutes of fame. Yet, we don't want to look at the realities of the way things are going, whether people are having ET contact, whether they're summoning UFOs, whether they have Bigfoot in their backyard, they're having dinner with ghosts, playing fetch with Dogman, whatever it may be. No, for some reason, people always got to have that aha, gotcha moment in this field. And I'll be honest with you, I'm getting sick of it. So recently, I had someone who's been a very big critic of this show the last couple of years start trying to bully me about a thumbnail. Yes, a thumbnail. Not our programming. No, not our hard work that we do here 7 days a week. No, a thumbnail. This person went as far as to come into our chat room and start trying to hammer questions, then puts out a blog stating all of these facts that really aren't facts. Normally I ignore little hit and runs like this, but this one really grated me. It got under my nerves because I try and play a very fair game around here, as do many other people who I know who take a lot of criticism. There's too much BSing, there's too much outlandish stories, and we all get caught up in it. And sometimes as a show host, well, actually, I'm going to say 95% of the time as a show host, you have to bite your tongue with the criticism that comes your way. Because you're not going to make everybody happy, whether it's your content, whether it's the sound of your voice, whether it's the guests you bring on, whether it's too much woo, not enough woo, too much science, not enough science, too much information, or no information at all. No, you'll never satisfy anything or anybody or everyone. But as a show host, you really have to bite your tongue, because when you put yourself on the public stage, like many of us do, you have to have a little bit of a backbone when it comes to criticism. I've taken criticism over guests. Why do you have R. Keith Andrews on the first Friday of every month? Well, he's entertaining. Our job in terrestrial radio is entertainment. We bring you entertainment of stories. We bring you entertainment on information like we did tonight with Grant Cameron. We bring you information on people's experiences and the knowledge that they've sought or sought out or researched themselves. Now, not everybody is going to agree with that, and that's okay. That's okay. But every now and again, you get irked, and something has to be said. The one thing I don't like is being called somebody who only tells a half truth, and they make it look like you're the liar. No, I don't like that. So sometimes you have to do a little bit of intuitive and creative writing and provide facts, which is what I did to this person who was trying to make me look bad on the internet. You can sit here and criticize every part of who we talk to or the subjects that we deal with. We're here because we love these topics, whether we've had experiences and encounters of our own or whether we just want to know because we are hopeful that there is something else out there besides the everyday norm. I got one of the greatest jobs in the world talking to all of you about these subjects. It's fun. I look forward to coming on the microphone each and every night. Doesn't matter whether I've had a bad day or I've had a bad night. Coming here makes me feel good. Talking to you about UFOs, ghosts, near-death experiences, consciousness, a little Zen and Chi sprinkled over the cryptid salad. I'm all about it. I'm all about it. Yet we want to tear people down in this field. We want to hammer them with our own opinions that we use as fact. And like I said, this show and many of my friends who have shows, we've discussed this. We've discussed the idea about what's going on. And we laugh about it. We do, because there's nothing we can do. If you give oxygen to the fire grows. If you ignore it, they continue to bully. They continue to do their little thing that they need to do. Now, how do you cure that in this field? Because nobody's ever happy. Nobody's happy about the government taking over the UFO world. Nobody's happy about disclosure. Nobody is happy about the cryptids. Are they, the big debate? Are they flesh and blood or are they something a little bit more special? And we argue and we try and bring facts to what is going on. Our job with this show is bring you the stories. We want you to leave this show each and every night knowing that you had a good time, or maybe you listened to something that caught your attention, whether you're a first-time listener or an 800th time listener, because we have that many shows that we can actually say that. Okay? It doesn't matter. Our job is to present the arguments. It's your job to choose whether or not you believe it. Look, there are some things that come on this show that I don't believe. There are topics on this show that I will not bring up. I don't bring up a lot of conspiracy theory because there's a lot more conjecture than fact when it comes to that. And it can be dangerous. I don't bring up anything involving children unless it has to do with the fact of their experiences with one of the many topics that we talk about. We don't bring up certain topics because, well, it's just not necessary. There's not enough proof. But we have fun. We enjoy doing what we do. And to the critics that are out there, I will say this. Our numbers keep growing. Our numbers keep going up. So you can hate all you want of what we're doing. You can say you don't provide any proof. You don't provide any journalism. You don't provide any sort of argumentative counter to the stories. You just let the story slide. It's not my job. My job as a journalist, because I'm old school that way, is to allow you to form your own opinion. You're allowed. You're allowed to believe our guests. You're allowed to think they are full of crud. But in the end, are you enjoying it? What's wrong with just sitting back and enjoying the woo and having fun? Do we not have enough seriousness in this world that we can't take a break for 3 hours a night to relax, chill, and just enjoy the night? Can we not do that? Is that illegal under the realm of the paranormal and supernatural? Apparently so for some. There is no proof of anything because we cannot even define what proof is. Okay? And the one thing I can tell you, I love what I do. I love bringing these stories to you, and that's going to continue. Critics be damned. You got to have a thick skin around it. But every now and again, you have to fire back too, especially when they are fighting personality and personal opinion with fact. Okay? So you can sit there and attack me. You can sit there and call me names. You can call our audience a bunch of whatever you want. Believers, idiots, whatever you want. That's okay. Because the audience is here because they have an interest or they've had an experience. They're just trying to figure out what happened to them, much like I am trying to figure out what's happened to me. You don't have to like it, but that's why we're here. And you know what? We do a great job for my booking team of Kat and Fylth. Okay? We do a great job at mixing things up. We don't want to do the same story night after night after night. We don't want to do that. We want to bring you personal stories mixed in with a Grant Cameron, mixed in with some paranormal, mixed in with some Geraldine Orozco that talks about our Zen and our Chi. Okay? Because that's what makes it fun. This is not strictly about we're going to hammer this UFO topic and Lou Elizondo's a jerk and Chris Mellon wears cheap ties. That's not what this is about. There's enough of those out there. If you want those antics, you can go find them. But there's too much hate in there, in this field. Now, I can tell you point blank, there are people in this field I don't like. I keep that behind the scenes for the most part. But at some point, the majority, which is you who listens to shows like this, you'll figure out who they are. You'll figure out who the cranky curmudgeons are in this field, who don't want you to have fun, who don't want you to hear about people's experiences, because it's all anecdotal. In the meantime, just pull your big boy pants up or your big girl pants up and enjoy the woo. It's what we all love to have happen. And I know that I'm still going to be here. I know our numbers are going to keep going up. I know we're going to get more radio stations. I know that we're going to have one hell of a successful Las Vegas fan party, May 19th through 21st, 2023 at the Golden Nugget. And I know that I look forward to meeting each and every one of you, whether you're in Arizona, whether you're in Mississauga, whether you're in California, Washington, Georgia, New Orleans, or anywhere around the world. Old Davey's going to be there to shake your hand and say, hey, I'm thankful for you guys tuning us on in. And let's continue to have some fun. Let's continue to have some love. And let's continue to enjoy the experiences we hear from regular people just like you and just like me. Because if we don't have those experiences, we have nothing to talk about, people. We have nothing to talk about. And for those sticks in the mud who just want to be a pain in the ass to many of us out there who work hard to bring these stories and the information to you, find another hobby. All right? Go critique something else. Okay? Go knit a sweater. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Go check out the latest set of paints at the paint store because maybe you need a new color beige. I'm all for it. I'm all for standing up for people like you, people like me. There's no need for ridicule. There's room in this pool for all of us. And we need to really, really take a look at ourselves in the mirror. Some of the researchers, that is, or so-called researchers or historians, and really take a deep look and say, is this worth it? Because the ad hominem attacks don't work. They don't work. It's about pleasing the people who tune in each and every night, because our show, whether it's on terrestrial radio, whether it's on podcasts or one of our many podcast formats like Spotify or iHeartRadio or iTunes or wherever, or whether it's our YouTube channel, which is growing by the day, we're here to make sure that you have quality programming, quality people talking on the show, quality guests, quality information that maybe, just maybe, we can have some fun and we can all learn all together. There's no need for these angry bloggers who are just putting out political spew for no reason. We just need to wake up to the fact that they are not necessary. Their opinions are not worthy of all of you and your attention. Good people listen to this show, whether they're lawyers, whether they're contractors, plumbers, servers, sports athletes, movie stars, you name it. They all listen. And they all have experiences, one way or another. And you know what? That's okay. Because we are all part of an exclusive club of the woo. Yeah. We've all had experiences one way or another that we cannot explain. Whether we want to admit it or not, that's really up to you. Otherwise, make sure you don't spill the beige paint on your beige khaki pants and try and ruin the Christmas parties for everybody else out there. It's not fair, it's not right, and it's not necessary. Nobody needs it. Nobody wants it. And you can call me a bully. You can call me a threat. You can call me anything that you want. All right? I'm a big boy. Meet me on the ice. There's your challenge. Meet me on the ice. And we'll see. We'll see how it happens. But until then, allow people to come up with their own thoughts, with their own answers. Because you don't have the answers. I don't have the answers. But at least we're doing something about it to help bring those answers forward, one tiny footstep at a time. That is your Dave 101. And if you have an opinion of that, you can write it on down on our YouTube channel. We want to hear it. We want to read it. And if you want to share it, you go right ahead. You can do whatever you want. It's all about joining the Club of the Woo. And I want to say a big thank you tonight to Super Duke from World Bigfoot Radio for coming on in, putting on the big boy pants while he is sick to give us the cryptid report. Our main man, Swamp Dweller, for coming on in and providing us another spooky story for the swamp. And, of course, the legendary Grant Cameron coming in talking about how UFOs are not a threat unless you're in the United States and you need some money for that budget. Controversial? Of course. But it's a topic that we do need to discuss. And Grant did a phenomenal job once again. So thank you so much for tuning us in. We got Mr. Ron Bumblefoot THAL rocking in the background with Little Brother Is Watching. Bumblefoot is the official music of Spaced Out Radio, rocking us in and out of every single show. Get your horns up for the guitar god himself. Special thanks to everybody listening in at home, at work, in your cars, wherever you may be. Thank you to everyone in our chat rooms tonight on Spreaker, YouTube, LGAP, Facebook, Twitch, StreamYard, the Space Travelers Club, and on Twitter at hashtag Spaced Out Radio.
I know you're out there somewhere.
Remember, this show is copyright by Spaced Out Radio and SOR Media Ventures Limited. Thank you so much for choosing to share your evening with us, because together, my friends,
We're watching.
we own the night. Mr. Bumblefoot, we need a favor. We need you to take us home.
I know you're out there somewhere watching me.
Yes, the Woo train has docked for the night. But soon, my friends, we shall ride again. Your seats are always available. Your tickets never expire. And if you want to bring a friend, guess what? We've got room for them too. Good night.